report on the Transportation Security Administration's handling of security breaches. Congressman John Mica, chairman of the powerful House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Congressman, good to have you with us. We've got, you've got Speaker John Boehner out talking tough on debt ceilings. We got Paul Ryan seemingly trying to lead on the issue of the budget and trying to recant the deal in the super committee and sequestration. I mean, what in the world's going on down there?
Well, we're approaching $16 trillion in debt, and what I'm trying to focus on as one committee chairman for the last year or so since I've headed up transportation, look at all the areas in which we can save money, cut wasteful spending, and get some of this excess under control. Well,
let's turn to your committee and the issues, because as you start looking at that, let's start with GSA and the ridiculous, the absurd scandals that have been led by members of the GSA. Without your committee, I don't think there would be much accountability. Where do we stand?
Well, Lou, again, when I became chairman, the very first hearing I held was in an empty federal building just a few blocks from the White House that had been vacant for 15 years, costing millions of dollars. The guy in the hot tub was just the tip of the iceberg. They have 14,000 buildings under GSA and other government agencies' control that are either vacant or underutilized, losing billions of dollars. So that guy helped us focus on the bigger problem.
Right. Well, you know, it is a huge problem, and there are vacant GSA properties, taxpayer properties, by the way, all across the country. Have you got a plan for what to do with them?
Well, we've done two hearings far before, again, this guy in the hot tub brought it, the wasteful expenditures on his conference in Las Vegas. We did two in two empty buildings. I say we only have 13,998 to go, but we're going to have to take them one at a time.
By the way, I love your metaphor. The guy in the hot tub is just the tip of the iceberg. I've got this image of this. I've got him in a whole new deal outside of Las Vegas now. Let's turn quickly to
TSA. Yeah, go to TSA.
Thank you. I'll follow your lead on this. Let's turn to TSA. I mean, Henry Kissinger is assaulted by some of the agents over whom you have oversight. You have got a guy who had been a supervisor for 20 years using the identification of a murdered man. What in the world is going on at TSA?
Well, it's just, again, an agency that's spun out of control. 65,000 employees, 14,000 administrative staff, 4,000 of them earning $104,000 an average apiece in Washington, D.C. And they have nothing better to do than pat down Henry Kissinger, or as I arrived last week, take peanut butter from a member of Congress.
Are there going to be any repercussions to all of the madness and the conduct?
Again, you have to take it agency by agency. Every one of these wasteful spending practices have to be brought under control if we're going to get that debt under control. So I've got a little bit of say on TSA, on GSA, on EPA.
Do you have any shoe leather that you can apply to the rear ends of the people who manage TSA and agents who act with such disregard and disrespect?
Well, we put some provisions in the new FAA bill in the end of it to get TSA out of the personnel business, get them back into the security business, and take apart the bureaucracy that's built up over the past few years.
Congressman John Mica, we thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it, Lou.
I'm taking your word for it, and we're going to hold you to it. Thanks so much, Mr. Chairman. Up next, the Obama administration has a team of